The time is 3 o'clock. Good afternoon. Here is the Impact Business Radio Ibr92.5FM news update at 3. The Economic Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, will, on the 30th of May, rearraign a former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Olisa Metor, on allegations bordering on 400 million naira fraud. Metor is expected to be rearraigned before Justice Emeka of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Analysts have advised the federal government to explore alternative sources of revenue to reduce the country's debt burden. This comes on the heels of a fresh borrowing request of about 965 billion naira sent to the National Assembly by President Muhammadu Buhari last week. Buhari had in his request revealed that the total 2022 budget deficit will increase by 965.42 billion naira to 7.35 trillion naira. The incremental deficit, which represents 3.9% of the country, is projected to be financed by the new borrowings from the domestic market. Reacting, experts faulted the move, saying it comes at a wrong time following the recent warning by the International Monetary Fund, IMF, that Nigeria and 72 other countries are at risk of debt distress. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State has again called on Boko Haram terrorists to lay down their arms and surrender to the military to be reintegrated into communities. Zulum spoke in Warabe while resettling 680 IDP returnees household into the border community with Cameroon. He noted that the laying down of arms and eventually surrendering of terrorists to the Nigerian army could facilitate their comprehensive reintegration into communities. He informed that over 50,000 repentant Boko Haram terrorists had surrendered to the army for disarmament, the radicalization and reintegration by the state government. According to him, with the surrender of terrorists along with their families, displaced persons from 5 communities will be returned in 2 months. The United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator for Nigeria, Matthias Kilmel, has disclosed that about 4 million Nigerians in the region are expected to face food insecurity in the approaching lean season. Skilmel made the disclosure at an advocacy event held in Abuja on food security and nutrition in northeast Nigeria. He noted that while a total of 8.4 million Nigerians will need humanitarian support in the northeast, 4.1 million people will face severe pain of food insecurity in the northeast. The coordinator revealed that to scale up food security in the northeastern part of the country, Nigeria will need up to $351 million as humanitarian support. The United Nations officially lamented that without food assistance, desperation may compel extremely vulnerable people into illegal transactions, child labor, selling their few possessions, among others. That ends the news update at 3 on Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5FM. Do join us at 6 for the news across Nigeria. I am Iyitayo Kuforola. Good afternoon and thanks for listening.
News,
analysis,
reports,
and commentaries on the hour.
In your business interest on IBR 92.5 FM.
your right to know.
We are black.
Bigger, better.
We are the people. We are Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Your only business radio in Southwest Nigeria. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Impact Business Radio 92.5 Radio. Hello there.
Lights out and away we go. It's a tentative start from everybody, but Hamilton gets away well, as does Bottas. Oh, Wade, what a play! Oh, wow! Salah, oh, wow! Oh, that is beyond special!
Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM, the sport headquarters in South.
Good afternoon, sport fans, and it is a big welcome to Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Impact Business Radio. We are the first and only business radio station in Nigeria. Of course, you know this is your station of choice. Well, you know about Total Sports. It is your daily sports tonic on radio, and we give you the opportunity to be a bigger part of the program, to express your views, your opinions, and your thoughts about our sporting stories making rounds in the exciting, scintillating world of sports. And of course, today won't be an exception, because we are ready again to take a review of all the big sporting actions that went down over the weekend. It's all done and dusted, talking about the regular season of the National Basketball Association, and it was a good start for Ferrari and Charles Leclerc, talking about the world of Formula 1, talking about the Australian Grand Prix, which went down over the weekend. And of course, we shall take a review of match day 22 of the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. Games were played across different centers in the federation. We've got games also to watch out for this evening, talking about the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. Shooting Stars, the Oluyole Warriors will be in faraway Uyo at the nest of champions, and we keep a date with the defending champions, talking about the promise keepers, Aqua United. Don't forget the fight, the title fight between the two top teams in the Nigerian Professional Football League. It's hot up also this afternoon, talking about games involving Rivers United and Plateau United, and the Battle Royale. No victor, no vanquish in the English Premier League, as it ended in a 2-2 draw at the Etihad Stadium between Manchester City and Liverpool. We shall discuss the implication of that draw between the Citizens and the Reds, and of course the top 4 battle also looking likely for Tottenham Hotspur and Antonio Conte after Manchester United and Arsenal were defeated in their respective games. We shall also discuss the title fighter, defending champions Inter Milan. The Nerazzurri slowly but surely sneaking in into the title fighter. AC Milan drew that game against Torino. And of course, the butlers, perennial butlers, the Partenope Napoli were defeated yesterday at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium by Fiorentina from the team from Florence. Right now, Inter Milan seated second in the race for the Scudetto, and a win for them in that game in hand. We see Simeone Inzaghi's side go top of the Italian Serie A. This and many more we shall be discussing this afternoon on Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. My name is Isaiah Akinremi. You're welcome on board. When the time is right, we shall open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. 091 6104 7698, 091 6104 7698, or 081 105 264 87, 081 105 264 87, or 0902 280 9257, 0902 280 9257. You can as well send your WhatsApp or text messages to 070 6093 2899, 070 6093 2899. We are also live on Facebook. Just go to www.facebook.com/IBR925FM Ibadan, www.facebook.com/IBR925FM Ibadan. You can drop your comment and contribution, and God's willing, we shall take them this afternoon on the show. Once again, my name is Isaiah Akinremi, and you're welcome on board. I've got KB Kenny Bamdele Kenson, who is making a big return on the show this afternoon. Kenny, good afternoon to you. Good to see you again. I was just sporting weekend. I know you kept tabs on the major action, eventful NBA, Formula One, football. What a classic game we saw at the Tiada.
Thanks for having me this afternoon, Sport Prophet. Yeah, I mean, it was indeed, a tight weekend for sport lovers, like from football to Formula One to basketball and all. So, and even golf, the Masters.
The Masters, right.
Yeah, so
it's nice.
Yes.
We need to keep tabs on golf. Very soon, just follow us on this space. We have something special. To unlock from golf.
Definitely. So I want to start from the king of the old sport in football, and of course
the king of the old sport.
Yeah.
Arguably,
for me,
the guys from India and Pakistan will tell you the king of sport is cricket.
Yeah, just from that part of the world, and even some from that part of the world will tell you football too. Because I think for me it's football. So I think it was a great game between Liverpool and Manchester City yesterday. Both teams played so well, and I love what Jurgen Klopp and Pep did. How they kind of shake each other. And I was like, wow, both coaches enjoyed the game.
At the end of the game. That's good to see.
Yeah, it's good.
Sportsmanlike.
Even Pep was like, he's a big fan of our club. He loves club a lot.
Course.
So he tells you, club before the game is the best manager in the world. So I'm loving this rivalry. The cup game, the Carabao Cup game between these teams is going to be so interesting.
We're still in for it.
We're still in for it. So we still have one more, tie between these guys. So I can't wait for that one. And for Manchester United,
who knows if the two teams also will get to the final of the Champions League?
Wow, that's
remember they won't meet until they get to the final.
Yeah, sure. It's going to be Liverpool against Villarreal or Bayern Munich or Benfica. So I think for United against Everton, Harry Maguire always in the news for the wrong reasons.
What can Harry do in that situation? It was a deflection.
No, he's always in the news for the wrong reasons.
Something always attached to Harry.
He's always in the news for the wrong reasons. I don't know what's happening. Somehow, I don't know if he's cursed or something, but something is wrong somewhere. I think he's not just built for this game. He's not built for this game. Maybe you should try something else. Probably rugby or so, I don't know. But it's still just not working for him. But let's see, Everton, big win for them. They have to thank their God because Burnley lost to Norwich 2-0. So relegation battle too is also interesting. And from Spain, Barcelona having a very good season.
Having a fine season.
That turnaround, just like that of Boston Celtics. Udoka transformed. Boston Celtics, that Barcelona team playing some very good football despite conceding 4 and having conceded 3 penalties. They were able to still win that game, and it tells you about the spirit, tells you about what Xavi has been able to instill into these guys, the mentality of they are young but they've got giant mentality. Look at how Pedri is playing like he's the Messi in that team right now.
Depends on Pedri. Xavi had to come out to play the news that the team is not overly dependent on Pedri, but we've seen Pedri, taking them out of difficult situations. Not the first time, not the second time this season.
The team is not dependent on Pedri. The team is dependent on the old player, 11 players on field. So, like everyone playing a role or two. Gavi, also one player who's doing well. Dembele reborn.
Having the assist.
Aubameyang transformed. I mean, they're having a very good. And for Madrid against Getafe, 2 goals for Madrid. Yeah, that was a modest victory for Madrid. And now from basketball, the regular season is over.
Yeah, let's pick it up from there. Okay. You started the show already, Kenny. Can you tell us some lessons we've learned or some takeaways from the final day of the regular season, the playing, and of course the playoffs. We've known teams that are that have made it to the playing, but bad news for the likes of Lakers. The Lakers nation won't be part of that party. That we have teams like Cleveland, Brooklyn Nets in the playing, LA Clippers. I think that's one good news for this Los Angeles city, because Clippers were able to pick a ticket for the playing. We've also got Minnesota Timberwolves. There's Charlotte Hornets, Atlanta Hawks, San Antonio Spurs, and of course the New Orleans Pelicans. So just talk to us about the final day of the regular season and what you expect from the playing tournament.
Okay, now first of all, the NBA this season has been so interesting. Like teams that you actually expect to do well. I want to start with the Lakers. Frank Vogel had a share of the blame. Russell Westbrook had a share of the blame. Now this is where the problem started from. Now LeBron James is that player that once he's not playing, Lakers will lose. Lakers will struggle without him. Now when if LeBron misses a game and AD is on court, AD has really failed to take up that responsibility, like take up
the absence of LeBron.
Yeah. So that's before he got injured. He had issues taking up that mantle and bossing things. Now the coach, also the team, now the board did not do well in letting go of Quintavious Caldwell-Pope and as well Alex Caruso. These are capable defenders. I think these are guys that would have even helped them. Caruso, watch him with the Bulls, bro. He's a dogfighter. He fights for every ball. He's always ready to give his all for everything is there. So Lakers missed it. Right now they've got old players who suddenly, one player that actually had athleticism while at Wizards is not that sluggish, and player that you can't even put your money on when it comes to making crucial shots. And Russell Westbrook, things didn't just work well for him. I think Lakers is
But we thought with the addition of Russell, Russell could power them and have this iconic big three. What we had then with the Nets before James Harden left them, having Russell, LeBron, and of course that man, Anthony Davis spoke about.
Yeah, true. That was all expected. In fact, that was one of the reasons why they were tipped to go on and win the championship, because of their roster. But against all odds, I mean, that was terrible from Lakers. Now another team in the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid won the he won the scoring title, the scoring award. And this is a center. It's the fourth center since 1976, I stand corrected, to win the scoring title as a center. Centers don't probably give you big figures,
of course.
But with Joel Embiid, be rest assured is going to give you on defense and of course on offense. Joel is always there for the feeling. Maybe he wants to do what iconic Malone did with Sixers when he won the scoring title. He also won the championship with them. But the championship maybe is a little bit too far for Joel Embiid right now. But I think he can actually do that. Now Milwaukee Bucks. Now this defending is a team. Champions. They played like they are defending champions. I must confess. And keep on mentioning the fact that the team that played most of the season without Brook Lopez. And having Giannis to giving Giannis a lot on his shoulders,
right.
A lot rested on him, and Giannis delivered totally. And looking at how guys like Drew and also Chris also played a big role. I think everyone has been. Bobby Portis, lest I forget. Bobby Portis at some point proved that if Giannis is not in, if Giannis is missing, I'm that brother to look onto, and he did so well at some point. I was really thrilled with this Bucks team, and quickly Golden State Warriors.
GSW.
Yeah, I mean this is a team that I was confused. They dilly-dallied, they wobbled and fumbled as at December/January. waxing, oh, this team, they are the team to beat. It's going to be so tough for team to beat them. Oh, Clay is back. Oh, so tough right now.
I know you spoke about coming back.
I wax so lyrical that, oh, Clay is back. It's going to be, really difficult for teams to drop them. Now, the injury to Steph Curry changed ideas. It changed ideas entirely. Of course, Clay he's been trying his best. We knew that coming from injury is not going to be 100%, but we still needed that clutch moment from him. I think somehow they are missing Steph, and nobody. If Steph is not in that team, there is no ring for Golden State Warriors. And looking at these other Boston Celtics, Ime Udoka. I think Ime Udoka doing also proud.
Didn't started well this
yeah,
season.
Sure, it started so poorly.
They were able to get that momentum as the season just rolled back.
Yeah, and this was what happened. Ime Udoka shouldered most of the blames. Now, when Boston Celtics were being attacked, he's going to go to the press and say, "Oh, my fault." In fact, there was a time Marcus Smart was complaining Jason Tatum is not passing the ball. Now, that was what he did. That this shouldn't even be in the public space. He spoke to the guys. And from January, since they had that roundtable meeting, things have actually changed there in Boston. So top management indeed. Now Marcus Smart, coming from battling with COVID, he's been a different player entirely. Al Horford also on defense, helping this team. This interim, that brother can drop 50 points, 60 points. If you're not careful, he's going to put AC on you one day. Okay. So I think we're going to have a tough playoff.
Okay, because of time, Kenny, I want you to talk on some individual performance, which player. I think we settled this discussion last Friday when you told me it's all about Nikola Jokic for you as the MVP. But I just want to put this to you. I know you'll be all over the moon about Trae Young. I think it was a landmark achievement for Trae Young. Historic season for him. Most total points and total assists in the league for Trae Young. The only player to lead the league in total points and total assists for a full season was named Archibald back in the 1972-1973 season. Well, until now, the Oxguard Trae Young matched that accomplishment on the final day when he scored 28 points with 11 assists against the Rockets. And guess what, Ken? He finished with 2,155 points and 737 assists to top both charts. Massive from your man.
Yeah, my man, Trae Young.
Sure,
man. And this is it. Now, the issue I've got with Trae should be doing better than this. You know why? This Hawks team, on defense, they are terrible. Now, Trae will struggle on defense. I don't want to see him on defense. He's always a work, but he's trying his best though. So I feel like, okay, now this guy will give you 40 points.
Right?
Yeah, he's going to give you 40 points, give you doubles, like assists, give you over 10, and all you do is drop games. Now, it's not possible for him to do both offense. It's not Giannis. It's not Joel.
I was coming to that because you said it's not possible. I want to tell you it's possible for some players.
Yeah, it's possible for some players. So it's not even Jokic. So I feel like the Hawks team need to make some big recruitment, and they need to get like players that can really help shoulder some defensive job. So it's gonna be Trae Young, you just do the offense. Be rest assured, we've got a Draymond Green in our team that can do well on defense. So I think that's what the Hawks are lacking right now. And for my best. Top 3 best individual performers. I'm a pick this Memphis Grizzlies guy, Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant, what a season that brother is having. I think it's really going to be tough to say he's not going to be the face of the league. In the future, he's really going to be the face of the league one day. And also, I think one player who has also done well this season is Nikola Jokic. I believe Jokic has been like the beast all through without. Is it? Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, he showed that a lot of, and he's doing that too well. The third one, I think the third one is a little bit tricky, but maybe I should go with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay. I think I'm picking my head of Joel Embiid failing to win the head-to-head battle between him and this guy. So I think Giannis comes third.
Okay, that's the much you can take from the National Basketball Association, the NBA, this afternoon. We also brace up for the play-in. And don't forget the play-in, we also produce teams that will get the white card for the playoffs. Still Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Before we discuss match day 22 of the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL, let's quickly recap the Australian Grand Prix because it's looking like a different season entirely. We are used to Mercedes, we are used to Red Bull of late, but of course we've we've known the Mercedes-Ferrari rivalry, but this season is taking a different shape entirely. Talking about the F1 season, and guess what? That man that left from F2 to F1, and we thought his first debut season was a flash in the pan, is like living up to the expectation right now. I'm talking about the French rookie sensation Charles Leclerc. It took a dominant victory in the Australian Grand Prix to move into a commanding position in the World Championship. The Ferrari driver was in total control of the race when his main driver Max Verstappen retired with a technical failure on his Red Bull at 2/3 distance. Now Verstappen is 46 points, almost 2 clear wins behind Leclerc after just 3 races of the season, in 2 of which the Red Bull has failed to finish. Red Bull Sergio Perez was second after winning battles with Mercedes drivers George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Remarkably, in the context of Mercedes' disappointing start to the season, Russell is second in the Drivers' Championship at this early stage, and Mercedes are second in the Constructors' chase. Kenny, different ball game entirely. Is not the type of script we are used to in the world of F1, but I love this, what is happening right now. I think Charles Leclerc is now living to the hype which saw him took over the mantle from the likes of Vettel, who left Ferrari, and don't forget before then Kimi Raikkonen also left Ferrari. We've known the Ferrari team, the Italian-based team, to be a worthy competitor during the likes of the days of Raikkonen and Vettel. Do you think we having Charles Leclerc right now, we could dream of another Ferrari revival and possibly a new rivalry in Ferrari, Red Bull, not forgetting Mercedes, who have been fumbling in the early stage of the season.
Yeah, after the victory for Charles Leclerc yesterday, I was just thinking, okay, what is the reason for this guy's surge? Then I remember Verstappen is the reason. You know what I'm talking about?
What Verstappen did last season.
Yeah, last season. It kind of opened the eyes
to other drivers.
It opened the eyes of many that Hamilton is beatable. That guy is not he's not unbeatable, he's not invincible, we can stop him, and that is exactly what he's done. So I think for Hamilton, sorry for Hamilton fans out there, I think this season is slipping. There is no dramatic comeback if he's not careful. Now the point at which these guys are going now is increasing like each time.
And the second driver in the table right now is not even Lewis Hamilton of Mercedes, is George Russell of Mercedes, who just joined the team.
George Russell.
But you think it's early days, no cause for alarm. You think Lewis Hamilton, like I told guys, we've seen Lewis in this type of situation. You can't really predict Lewis. I could remember last 3 seasons he started like this, and in the second half of the season, full gear, no one came close, and he dust everyone, put them in their place. But I think we should be afraid, for the likes of our Lewis Hamilton fans.
We should be afraid. Hamilton fans out there, I'm not one. We should be. I think they should be afraid. That Hamilton, is not doing well, because now it's not just about Max Verstappen. It's about Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, and as well George Russell, and also Sergio Perez.
Yeah, Perez
everybody.
Too.
I think it was just about Verstappen. Then it would be easy. Oh, Hamilton can sit on. Now if Verstappen fumbles this week, Leclerc won't fumble. If Leclerc does this week, Sergio Perez won't. So I think Hamilton have got lots of competition right now. This is different from the Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, or Hamilton, as the case may be. Race, I believe this time is going to be difficult for Hamilton, and I actually hope that he bounced back, but I want to see another different winner. Maybe if not Verstappen winning back to back, maybe Charles Leclerc getting, because that brother is young and he's doing big stuff for himself. So I think if Charles Leclerc can actually get it, no problem. Early days maybe, but it's not friendlies. This is the main race.
Okay, this is the main race. Early days maybe, but tick tack says the clock, and let's see if Lewis Hamilton can come back to his championship mood. It's not been a good start to the season for him. Kenny spoke about the world of golf. Also, world number 1 Scotty Scheffler cemented his place as the dominant force in the men's game by winning the Masters and clinching his first major. Scheffler won with a 1 under 71, missing 2 short putts for a double bogey on a teener to finish 10 on the par and claim the green jacket at Augusta. We told you just to watch this space. We've got some wonderful package from the world of golf. Let's leave that right now and bring the discussion back home. We've moved straight to the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. NPFL, where it was action attraction across different centers in the federation. Talking about the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. Let me run through result of games played as at yesterday. Talking about the Nigerian Professional Football League, match day 22 in the Oriental Derby. Eyimba defeated Enugu Rangers by 2 goals to 1 in Aba. Sunshine Stars also won against Abia Warriors 1-0. It ended in favor of the Akure-based side. Niger Tornadoes also defeated the Wicked Tourist of Bauchi by a goal to 0. Lowe Stars and the side Masugi, that team Kano Pillars shared the spoils. It ended goalless in that encounter. And MFM, a good one at last for the Church Boys, the Olukoya Boys, who defeated Dakada by 2 goals to 0. Okay, that's the result from the Nigerian Professional Football League, Kenny. And of course, with the likes of Rivers United, Plateau United not playing until today, Kenny, the focus was on the Oriental Derby between Eyimba, talking about Finidi George side, and of course Enugu Rangers, talking about Abdul Maikaba's side. And it was the likes of Victor Obama, who did the magic for the People's Elephants, who defeated Enugu Rangers by 2 goals to 1 in that encounter. In Boma, grabbed a brace in that one. He has been around the scene in the NPFL. He has shown to us that he's a worthy striker that can be dependable on. Talking about Victor Mboma, I think that's the biggest result. And of course MFM, the one, at least, it's been a long time we saw the Church Boys, win games. They defeated Dakada by 2 goals to 0.
For Eyimba, that's a good one. Now completing a season double over Rangers. And big one. Finidi must be happy right now. But still not convincing somehow.
Exactly. The consistency not there.
Yeah, she's not there. I think something is missing. This is not the Eyimba we used to know. This is the same Eyimba team that 90% of the Nigerian pundit we praise for always being professional. Of course, they are always professional. But right now, they are really, really struggling. They are not showing us that, hey guys, we are still that Eyimba. I believe it's going to take a lot of effort for them to get back, into that track. Finidi George has got a lot of work to do. And one thing I love about the management of Eyimba is that they have been so patient with Finidi George. If it was another club, they would have, okay, it's time to go. Thanks for your time. Thanks for ensuring we.
Thank you for doing business with us.
For doing business, come and go. So I think nobody actually did that, which means they believe they trusted the process and they are trusting the process. So I think Finidi George don't have to disappoint the board. So what I have to tell him is, now probably this is not their season. I just ensure you end the season on a high, so the board won't even think of sacking you.
Right.
And see, because one thing I noticed about longevity is the longer you stay, the more knowledge you have about the team, the more you have different ways to kind of win games. That is why looking at teams who are patient with managers, at the end of the day, they used to. Arsenal patient with Arsene Wenger, got to the Champions League final. They won the Premier League invincible. Yeah, they were invincible. No, yeah. I'm just saying. So, and also they also won the FA Cup back to back. It tells you about the patience. That's for Arsenal. And also looking at United, who have not been able to stick to a manager. Look at how things has really not been working for them. So I think it's important you stick to a manager for some time. Now Liverpool struggled with Jurgen Klopp at the start. When Klopp came in the first season, it was draws, D's all through. But at the second season, a little bit of improvement. Third season, Champions League final. Fourth season, Champions League title. The following season, Premier League title. Now that is class. That is what we call progress. So I hope Eyimba will be able to do that.
Okay, let's see if Eyimba can do that. But Kenny, we've got games to watch out for this evening. In some 25 minutes from now, those games should kick off across different venue in the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. Today, Kenny, Gombe United will play host to the Solid Miners, Nasarawa United, at the Pantami Stadium. Fidelity Lechuku side will take his title, chasing Jos-based team, and they will be the guest to Kwara United. They are for Jan Warriors in Ilorin, while Aqua United entertain Shooting Stars, the Olioli Warriors, in Uyo. Atland encounter against Remo Stars is fixed for tomorrow at the Dan Ayam Stadium. The last fixture for match day 22 will take place at the Mamadou Diko Stadium in Katsina when league leaders Rivers United visit Katsina United. And Kenny, with Rivers United still to play against Katsina United, not for any, they are top of the table. Kenny, is a big day for Plateau United. A win for them will take them top of the table temporarily. Talking about Fidelis Ilechiku's side. How do you think this will pan out for Plateau United, who play against Kwara United? Kwara United also doing well this season. It's a tough game for Fidelis against the Afoja Warriors, who are placed in 5th position right now.
Yeah, for Plateau United against Kora United, I think that's really going to be tough for Plateau United. It's an away game. So they have to ensure they get that victory, but maybe a point to be cool for them. So I think Kora United last game they lost. I think they lost to Dakada Kora United last game. So I think it's going to be victory for Kora United today.
Shooting Stars up against Aqua United.
Brava.
For the Olioli Warriors, a must, I must say, must win game is away from home because of recent, since the return of the second stanza, it's not been really good for the Olioli Warriors. And we know what happened the last time they played at home against Gombe United, the Savannah Scorpions, where fans vented their frustration with lack of goals and 3 points from the team. And of course, we learned there was a management meeting which was held, and Agui and his technical crew were given the mandate to turn the corner and give positive results for the Olioli Warriors. They're up against defending champions Aqua United, who for them also have not been convincing. But we know the problem of Shooting Stars going away from home. Can they do something against the Promise Keepers this evening?
Brava. As much as I want Shooting Stars to win, realistically it's going to be so difficult for them to stop Aqua United today. No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Edith Agoye has to do a lot of editing to be able to stop Aqua United today. And Aqua United really need this game. They are playing at home and they fancy their chance of reaching Shooting Stars of Ibadan.
That's right.
Yeah, I know.
Varsity ended 1-1 here in Ibadan.
Yeah, so they're actually going to be licking their lips. Oh, Shooting Stars, yeah, we can beat them. So as much as I want Shooting Stars to win, I have to be so pragmatic about this and not allow sentiment to set in. I think it's going to be a victory for Aqua United, not Shooting Stars.
Well, that won't be good for the Olioli Warriors if they get to lose again today against Aqua United. But let's hope they can do the unthinkable and go to you and pick all 3 points or get a respectable draw to take back to Ibadan. Let me run through the table right now before we switch gears and go forward and do a recap of all the big sporting actions over the weekend in the big leagues in Europe. Rivers United still top of the table right now with 46 points, closely followed by Plateau United. Fidelis Electrical side are placed in second position with 44 points. Rangers International are in third position with 37 points. Remo Stars, the Sky Blue Boys, are in fourth position with 35 points. Kwara United and Forja Warriors are in fifth position with 34 points. Going down under the last four teams are swimming in the relegation waters. We've got Lobby Stars of Makurdi in 17th position with 23 points. There's MFM the Third Boys in 18th position with 23 points. Katsina United are placed in 19th position with 21 points. And Atlant and Naze Millionaires are nothing millionaire about these guys in 20th position with 20 points. Our home darling Shooting Stars are placed in 12th position with 27 points. Well, still Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. And let's tell you about the friendly, talking about the celebration tour of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Double header friendly against the Canadian women national team. And don't forget this friendly will serve as a preparatory ground for the Women's African Cup of Nations that is built for Morocco later this year. The first leg of that friendly, Olympic champions Canada defeated the Super Falcons 2-0 in the first of the two-legged friendly game played in the early hours of Saturday, where second half goes from Jesse Fleming and Vanessa Gayers as Canada's second ever winners against the Falcons. And that game took place inside the BC Stadium in Vancouver and saw Canada dominate most parts of the game as they created more scoring opportunities. But both teams will meet again tomorrow, and that game is built for Victoria. And of course, a good one for our own Victor Osimhen, who was given his award of the best player in the Italian Serie A. But it was not a good one because his team, Napoli, was defeated at home at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium by Florentina. Okay, let's move straight to the English Premier League. Don't forget, you can be a big part of the show. Very soon, I shall open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. But in the meantime, you can send your WhatsApp and text messages to 07060932899. 07060932899. You can react to the big sporting actions over the weekend. You can join us to take a review of the big sporting actions over the weekend in the exciting world of sports. Talk to us about your high points and low points from the weekend, from that classic game game we saw between Manchester City and Liverpool at the Etihad. 2-2 it ended in that encounter. The battle to finish, they go down the wire. Looking at the two teams, are you impressed? And of course, which team do you think can go all the way to win the title? Who breaks first in the race for the English Premier League? And of course, don't forget Napoli. They've called them the perennial butlers. They lived up to that billing, a negative billing for them. They were defeated by 2-3 against Fiorentina. Victor Osimhen got the second goal for the Patanopio. AC Milan also terrible form of recent, played out a goalless draw against Torino. And don't forget, Inter Milan won the game against Hellas Verona by 2-0. They are placed in second position right now. They could just sneak in and defend their title. Let me pick calls right now because calls are coming in. Hello, good afternoon to you.
This is the friend calling from Bashon.
Your name again, please.
Friend calling from Bashon. I want to talk about the match between Manchester City and Liverpool yesterday. It was a great match. That shows that the two teams are they are a strong thing in mid-year. Let's wait and see. I believe at the end of the day, Man City will still win the league. Let's watch out.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. He believes that shows that these two teams are the biggest team, the strongest team in the English Premier League by what we saw yesterday. Good to have you, sir. Let's meet you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Benedict by name.
From where, sir?
Yeah, I'm Benedict Peter from Bauchi State.
From Bauchi State. Are you listening to us via which platform?
Yeah, I'm currently in Ibadan.
Okay, all right. Good to have you. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I just want very from today. So I'm
Hello, are you still there?
Yes, are you hearing me?
Yeah,
yes,
go on, please. Go on.
They say I have a massive that our hello, sir.
And hardly hear you. Please try to call back if you can. Please, we appreciate if you can call back. The line is not clear. Please call back on 091-6104-7698, 091-6104-7698, or 081-105-26487. You can also reach us via 0902-280-9257. Let's pick this call. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Your name and your location, sir.
I'm Olumide from Alakia.
Mr. Olumide, good to have you, sir. Welcome.
Same here. My view on yesterday's match, Man City, Liverpool, those are the best club right now in England. The first leg ended 2-2. It shows that the two of them are up to the task. So I believe at the end of this season, Man City will win the league. I'm rooting for Man City.
You think Man City will win the league?
I'm supporting Man City. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm supporting Man City.
Right, thank you very, very much.
Okay. For the Falcons too. They tried at least. 2-0 is not too bad. It's just a make-up match for the upcoming African Women's Championship. So the next match, I think we should go for a draw.
Well, what do you think about the race in Italy also? AC Milan 4-3, Napoli 4-3, Inter Milan just coming, sneaking in with a game in hand.
The Italian Serie A is still open. It's between AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli. Let's take Juventus out of it. But it's between three: AC Milan, Inter, and Napoli. But for Juventus, they can't win the Scudetto. But for Osimhen too, it's a good omen for him. Concerning his career, I see best player of the month. It's good. So let's see what happened during the African qualifier.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Mr. Olumide. Let's give the chance to other callers to join the conversation. Hello. Good afternoon to you, sir. Please, you need to speak up. Your name and your location. Your name again, please. Okay. Welcome, sir. Okay, well, please call us back. I can hardly hear you. 09161047698, 09161047698, or 08110526487. Or you can also reach us via 0902-2809257. I've seen messages as I await your calls. Let me do justice to messages I have here with me. Sam, I've got a message. It says it's a long one. Sam says a great moment, sports analyst. The fireworks was great yesterday in the EPL, but I think someone is trying to reach us. Let's pick this call. Hello, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Your name and your location.
Yes, I say it's Benedict calling back.
Okay,
again.
quick one.
Yeah, I said that now on Saturday our game between Chelsea and Southampton. Sunday was my birthday, so I was very happy and glad for the massive scoring that Chelsea have it, and we still have hope with our returning match with Real Madrid. We will do them as well, Sam.
Thank you very much. You are confident going into that second leg at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. All right. Let me quickly do justice to messages. Taking Sam's message says Chelsea defeating Southampton 6-0 or 20-0 is useless. They have nothing at stake. Ronaldo has made a great mistake by going to United. I guess he's likely to retire in United with depreciated honor. Says City outsmarted Liverpool. Liverpool was very lucky to escape with a draw. Their 2 goals were so cheap, unlike those scored by City. Is there a cheap goal? Remember, City's third goal could have been awarded because I didn't see anything against Raheem Sterling. With their 7 remaining games, any unbiased analyst can conclude that Liverpool is out already. They have about 4 difficult teams to face. Teams that won't play free-flowing football like City, but out them. City has a relatively easy 7 teams to go through and get EPL trophy for 2022. Thank God Pinnick is leaving. The sport ministry must come up with a standing rule. None of these sport heads should spend more than a single term or 5 years. It will give better people opportunity to get instead. Sam from Akbete. Sam, I appreciate. Thank you for your message. My name is Ibrahim, listening from Yanajia. Says you guys are doing a great job. My low point is seeing Arsenal lose again. It's not good enough for them to make top 4. My high point is City not losing to Liverpool, and also City will win the league. Thank you for your message. Well, Akindeji Kayode, it's been a while. It's been a while. Okay, stay to sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Akindeji, I know. I think you are serving your fatherland. Yeah, I think I've seen some of your pictures. And it's good to hear from you. Our very good friend says, good afternoon, sports prophet. Akindeji Kayode from Basharun says, what a game we saw yesterday, but I still believe Liverpool will win the league by May. Well done and best regards. Akindeji, thank you for your message. Good to hear from you again after a long while. Let's not leave messages right now, but you can keep them coming. But before I pick calls, let me run through results of games from the English Premier League over the weekend. Right, it all started on Friday as Newcastle United, the Magpies, defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers by 1-0. On Saturday, Everton defeated Manchester United at the Goodison Park by 1-0. Brighton and Hove Albion also went away from home at the Emirates and knocked down Arsenal and gunned down Arsenal by 2-1. That is back-to-back defeat for Arsenal right now. Don't forget, they also lost the London Derby against Crystal Palace by 0-3. Chelsea came back smoking after back-to-back home defeat and knocked annihilated Southampton, crucified them to the cross by 6 goals to nil. It ended in that game in favour of the Blues. Leeds United also defeated Watford at the Vicarage Road by 3-0. Tottenham Hotspur with Antonio Conte looking to cement the 4th spot defeated Aston Villa 4-0 at the Villa Park. Yesterday, Brentford also knocked down West Ham United in the London Derby 2-0. It ended in favour of the Bees. Leicester City defeated Crystal Palace 2-1 at the King Power Stadium. Norwich City, big win for them against Burnley, the Claret, 2-0. It ended at the Carrow Road. And the big game saw Manchester City and Liverpool share the spoils 2-2 at the Etihad Stadium. Kenny, big game. City Liverpool, no victor, no vanquish, and of course it's still same old story, status quo still remain in that one. Your take from that game? It was a classic game, a big game, lived up to the billing. And of course, I think both managers, from the final whistle, embrace each other and must be looking forward to see who brings forth. But before you react, Oladi Mechi from Olodo says Chelsea will beat Real Madrid tomorrow. Let's have it all on that.
Yeah, Chelsea will win 2-1. Okay, so talking about the City Liverpool. Now, I've been enjoying reactions from fans out there saying City, are champions already.
That's right. Champions
I understand that. Somehow they've got fact, which is looking at the fixtures. Liverpool have got Manchester United, they've got Everton, they've got Tottenham.
Paper, Liverpool have the toughest.
Yeah, Liverpool have it on paper.
But clearly we're not going into the last tail end of the season. There are no easy games.
Now, I'm saying that it is not over. Now, what people still don't remember is that City will play in the Champions League, and as much as I know,
will play in the Champions League.
Good. As much as I know, Pep wants the Champions League even more than Jurgen Klopp because he hasn't won it. I'm saying he hasn't won it with Man City with the amount of money amount of money spent. Yeah, that's it. Now,
for him is that treble.
Deep down inside,
deep down him, he wants to win
the Champions League is what he wants. If he's asked to leave one for the other, he prefers to leave the Premier League for the Champions League.
The treble for him.
Yeah, the point is
it is not over. United did in the 1999 season.
Liverpool still stand a big chance of usurping Manchester City. Now, in the game against United, forget about United form. It's going to be tough for Liverpool.
You can't say that.
The game against Everton, forget about Everton form. It's going to be tough for Liverpool. Okay. Same with Tottenham, it was in the first leg, playing out a 2-2 draw. Now, other games like Aston Villa, Steven G, I trust him. He wouldn't want to lose to Liverpool. He want to go and see how we can stop them. Somehow, maybe inside, somehow he won't be happy doing that. So I think for Man City, they've got Wolves, Watford. So these teams are fighting for now. Watford fighting for relegation outside Wolves, and they've also got other fixtures. So I think for City, teams that they can beat on a normal day, but before that game we can't really judge. So it's not over until it is over. The game of football can be so crazy at times, it's hard to predict.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying. For those who are sounding so confident, it's going to be City title to win, it's going to be come on. I think it's easier said than done. The Reds are still very much in it. If you watch that game yesterday, City were lucky because the second half, Liverpool, after getting the equalizing goal, Liverpool went on them straight up. Yota missed his own chances. Salah had a couple of moves he should have, gotten into the penalty area. So City also had their own chances. Sterling got a goal which was declared offside. Fine. Both teams had balanced game. So I believe Liverpool see very much in this, but with the fixtures of games, if City win every single game they have on the ground, then it's a wrap.
It's easy as that. But do you think it's a wrap also in the top four? Do you think Antonio Conte is now working his magic, with the Lily White? Talking about Tottenham Hotspur. Guess what? Arsenal, their North London rival, are faltering right now. It's been back-to-back defeats for the Gunners. United also dropping, day by day. That loss at the Goodison Park against Everton, not a good one for them. As we speak, Spurs are in 4th position with 57 points. Arsenal in 5th position with 54 points. West Ham United and, of course, Manchester United are in 51 points. And Antonio Conte might just push this team through the cross line by getting to the top 4 with their rivals who are Wimbledon and Formula right now.
Arsenal is disappointing right now. So I think for Tottenham Hotspur, big ups to Conte. Conte will complain to you while he's fixing the team, and that's top class. That's top class stuff. When Tottenham were dropping games, he complained, the transfers made affected the team. Meanwhile, he's not complaining and leaving the team like that. He's complaining and seeing what he can do to fix the team. Now, Kulusevski from Juventus has been a different player with Tottenham. Bentancur transformed. Harry Kane is now a Roberto Firmino. He won't get you goals. He's doing a lot of outside the box jobs, some dirty jobs.
That exactly.
So now he's now in another level entirely. Now I can say United can get someone like Harry Kane or maybe Manchester City. Son Heung-min is not just that guy that will run all game without scoring. He scored an hat-trick for crying out loud. So I believe this Tottenham side are transformed. It's going to be hard to stop him. Arsenal have got injury issues. When they meet, Tottenham have that edge.
And both teams will still meet.
They will still meet. Game. Yeah, so
Spurs, Arsenal.
I want Arsenal to make the top 4. I want Tottenham to make the top 4. But right now, we can't have both teams in the top 4.
Okay,
with Chelsea winning games.
Let's look at the race in the Italian Serie A. The Butlers, Napoli, doing same again. I don't know, something they may want Napoli to win, maybe because of Victor Osimhen, but I don't understand this team. When you expect them to have the advantage and take opportunities, they just throw it into the sink. We've seen them do that, countless times this season. But let me run through, result of games from the Italian Serie A. It all started on Saturday. Napoli played out a goalless draw with Spezia. Inter Milan, who are just coming, just knocking on the door. The defending champions won against Hellas Verona, 2-0. It ended in favor of the Nerazzurri. Juventus went away from home and defeated Cagliari by 2-1. As at yesterday, Lazio knocked over Genoa by 4-1. Napoli lost at home to Fiorentina. That was a big loss for them at 2-3. It ended in that encounter. Sassuolo also defeated Atalanta by 2-1. Udinese won against Venezia by 2-1. Same scoreline between Roma and Salernitana, 2-1 in favor of Roma. While Torino played out a goalless draw with AC Milan and Kenny. Inter Milan knock on the door. AC Milan and Napoli, dropping points. Inter Milan now taking the initiative. Do you think Napoli are showing to us, what we've been having that headache for them all, season in, season out? As it seems they are losing the Serie A title with that loss at, the Diego Armando Maradona. Khalido Koulibaly was not happy, but Kenny, the best team away from home in Italy is Napoli. They have gotten more points away from home than at home, but if they're able to translate that form at home, I think they should have been miles ahead of the chasing pack.
Yeah, I think Napoli. Interestingly, you asked me this question last week.
That's right.
I remember telling you that Napoli can't win the Scudetto. You can't put your money on Napoli. You can't. You just don't want to do that. So I feel like it's all over for them. Juventus are knocking. Juventus are coming thick and fast. I know behind them.
Do you think Juve should be part of just like
one
of our callers?
Somehow I think they should be in the conversation.
Juve is on 62 points.
62
points behind AC
and
Milan.
If Inter keep dropping points, AC keep dropping points, Napoli keep dropping points.
Inter still have a game in hand. If
yeah,
they win that,
the game in hand
top of the
yet
table.
to be won. Yeah, sure. So I believe it's very much open, but I'm still tilting towards AC Milan.
Okay, we need to go right now because up next is Children Fun Time with Auntie Tolu, who is already behind me, telling me to pack my bags and leave the live studio.
Yeah, Chelsea fans them. After a 6-0 win.
6-0.
Yeah,
today. Let's just hope God. I just hope you win against Real Madrid.
We're humble. Thank you very much.
I know how to talk. It's all good. It's all good.
No, when Chelsea loses, you say, so look, come to the mic.
All right. You will come to the mic when you play Madrid. We need to go right now. Thank you, Kenny, for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.
And of course, to DJ IBK Baggy, who is here with us in the live studio. Not forgetting Olushola Jao from our Facebook segment. Please join us tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of the show, where we shall take a preview of the big games to expect in the prestigious UEFA Champions League. My name is Isaiah Akinremi, signing out.
Jordi Alba.